YouTube, man, what's going on? It's LNH back with another vid, man, and we have some crazy news to discuss right now. Now, if you guys have not seen the news, and it's going crazy right now, man, Kyree Walker is actually out of the Summer League. Now, this is news to me, but to me, this is crazy. This dude has been up against so many different obstacles in the past. You guys know his story by now, and the fact that he's not playing in Summer League is just ridiculous to me. I think this dude has put in so much work over these past years. It's really crazy to me that once he finally got an opportunity to show what he's made of and really prove himself at the NBA level, he's not going to be able to do it for the time being. Now let's take a look at some of these sources and what reports are saying. Now, a reporter had actually tweeted this: Wizards forward Kyree Walker is out for the remainder of the NBA league as he's entered the NBA's health and safety protocol. Now, we know what that means. Odds are he did get what was going around, and it's crazy to me the fact that when he finally got an opportunity to show his skill and improve himself in the NBA, where to, of course, a lot of people didn't even think he was going to be able to make it that far, something like this happens. Now, one thing I have to say about this situation, which is really interesting, is I don't think Kyree Walker is necessarily done as of right now. A lot of people are really quick, and of course, if you notice, the NBA Summer League is only around 10 days, and with that being said, they're going to be playing games so closely that Kyree Walker, of course, is not going to be able to play in the NBA Summer League. But a lot of people are wondering, is this dude going to even be able to do anything with the Wizards in the future? And my opinion on this situation is yes. Just because he's not able to play in this Summer League, man, a lot of these teams are going to have no problem giving dudes 10-day contracts just to be able to show what they're made of, which of course is kind of similar to the NBA Summer League, although even though the NBA Summer League only lasts 10 days, you're going to get a lot more games most likely than if he just gets signed to a regular 10-day contract. But it really seems like obstacles are against this dude and really coming up. It almost reminds me of other people like LaAngelo Ball and all the things and all the situations that he's gone through, all the trials and tribulations to get to the NBA. But somebody like Kyree Walker, to me, has been locked in for such a long time. His goal has been to go to the NBA, and a ton of things have happened that really took him off this path. You guys know his senior year, a lot of things happened. He was having family issues. Someone actually had passed away, and that's why he decided to end up not playing his senior year. And then, of course, all of the backlash and ridicule that he gets as a hooper, just going to somewhere like Chameleon BX, that training facility, instead of going to college. Man, I've seen the comments over and over again of people really saying, man, this dude should have went to college, this and that, and really critiquing every single move he did. Now, of course, having publicity and clout is one thing, but it's another thing when people criticize every single move you're making, when of course Kyree's just been locked in to try to get this goal of reaching the NBA at the end of the day. And once he finally hit it and tasted a little bit of what the NBA life was looking like, something tragic like this did have to happen. Now, I have to be honest here, I have seen a ton of comments that are stating his career is over and that basically he's going to be done with the NBA. Now, it's definitely tough. I think him already being in a situation where he didn't go to college really affect his recruiting overall. Though one of the biggest things I was super hyped to see was that he was going to be playing in the Summer League and he finally made a squad. But man, one of the biggest things a lot of people noticed about him was the fact that we almost never saw footage of what this dude had been doing in between. We saw training tapes here and there where he was shooting jump shots and he looked pretty smooth. But overall, there were definitely points at times where a lot of people questioned, wondering what was this dude really doing for this entire time. And it's definitely somewhat of a mystery, but the fact that he was able to even get this far, on the other hand, really showed that clearly a lot of the work that he was doing had paid off. And of course, there were other people that were at the Chameleon BX facility that, in my opinion, kind of proved that they for sure were working on their game and improving a ton. If you look at somebody like Marjon Beauchamp, which was another guy at the Chameleon BX training facility, and he was also one of the highest recruited players coming out of high school. Man, this dude went JUCO and actually was scoring 40-50 point games and was really dominating there. So I would have loved to see Kyree Walker actually finally step on the court and get an opportunity to play, but man, this is one unlucky dude. Now, on the other hand, let's say for example this dude does not end up getting some type of 10-day contract after the fact. Of course, you do have the G League as well, which he could get an opportunity to play in maybe maybe a two-way contract or even just a contract to the G League where he can prove himself there. Again, a lot of the guys in the G League, and you guys know this by now, are not the best players in the NBA overall, but just for him to get a footway in the door, get a foot in the door, and to be able to prove himself, I think if he can also get maybe a spot in the G League after this, potentially, I think again, that could really help him overall, help him to actually find his way and make a roster spot in the NBA. But I definitely think it's going to be harder for him than other players because, of course, he was not the only one who actually ended up catching it. And with that being said, there are probably other guys on that roster. Isaiah Todd was on there as well. Other guys who are probably a little bit more highly recruited than him, who definitely have a little bit better of a chance of the team actually retaining them or still being interested than somebody like Kyree. Because, of course, Kyree was not the most recruited player. In high school, he was for sure one of the top ranked players, even higher than Jalen Green at one point. But again, I think it's just we actually have to see this dude on the court play against other teams. And man, with us waiting so long for brand new footage and me honestly being super hyped to see him hop on the court and really show, and we really see how he compares to these other guys, to the Cade Cunninghams, to all these highly recruited players, to the Sharif Coopers, and how he really compares, how his game has developed over these years since we haven't seen him in a long time. And then once we finally get a shot to see it, man, something like this, of course, had to happen. It's crazy. Now, a lot of people, on the other hand, are still stating Kyree Walker should have went to college. And in my opinion, I think we're past this situation by now. The fact that he was able to get on a roster clearly shows that he's past that situation, and the fact that he actually made the NBA, which is the end goal. And of course, this could have happened regardless if he would have went to college or not, but it's definitely something to think about. If he would have went a different route, how his career would have ended up, and all these things, would they end up happening or not? But I definitely think Kyree Walker, of course, has been one person that always had a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. Of course, he was close to Terrence Clark, as well as another friend in college that he had that did pass away. And I think all of these things are really adding up to make this dude be even more hungry to destroy on the court and really show how much he's improved over the years. It's one thing when you just don't make a roster spot, but it's another thing when you have a lot of real life situations, people passing away. I think gives you a type of motivation and fuel, and of course the doubt and the haters. Man, all of these things are going to fuel this dude to make the NBA. I'm going to call it right now, even if we don't see it right now and a lot of people are saying this dude is done, I still think for sure he's going to be on a roster once this does end up happening, once he gets past this. And I guess then we're going to be able to see, has he really improved over these years? Has he not? How good is he compared to all these other rookies? But for sure, I think he has a lot of talent, and we just have to wait and see, man. I'm so curious and so hyped to see when he finally does step on the court. But man, this is tragic, like something like this had to happen. But you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the situation, man? It's crazy. Do you think Kyree Walker should have went to college or not? What do you think about this situation, man? Did you want to see him play? Are you a big fan of this dude, or do you think he's overhyped and overrated? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video, and comment down below if you think I missed anything, and comment any video suggestions as well. I'm responding to all comments, so make sure you drop one down below. All right, it's LNH, I'm out.